Hello, all, and this is the award-winning Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City, and we are live right now on Ustream, streaming from the third floor of the Plaza Hotel in Las Vegas at Well-Rounded BBW. Everybody's having a really drunk good time.
Yes, they are.
My cheeks, Hans, are numb. We have with us Hans. Hans is a member of the Goatee Mafia. He also is like a lifetime basher. Why are you fucking laughing at me like crazy?
Because I've never met a cheeksums.
Did I say cheeksum?
You did.
No, she said her cheeks are numb.
She said her cheeksums are numb.
Oh, I missed that part.
Well,
part.
my cheeksum and my cheeksums are numb, okay?
I was going to make a joke. No, I was going to make a cheeks joke, but we'll leave that.
Well,
for
my
later.
name is Sweet Cheeks.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
So, cheek it up, baby. Cheek it up.
He's seen your
He's
videos.
so fucking cute. Everybody has seen. I'm going to get a shirt that says Cheeks Cheeks. Google me.
He's so. I just want to chubby his cheekies.
You want to chibi my cheekies?
Oh, I'll chibby your cheekies, baby.
Is that what the kids are calling it these days?
It's a new word to me, but I'll chibby it up.
We're very sweet and innocent on this show.
We're very fucking drunk on this show.
No, I can still walk in a semi-straight line.
So you're just drunk, not very fucking drunk.
Right.
Is what you're saying.
I've
There's
crossed
my
the
boyfriend.
threshold.
Someday his wife will let me fuck him.
You know what?
don't
I saw his wife in the pool, and she said that she was totally going to let you eat her pussy last night. I know.
How did I miss out on that?
I don't know. I have no idea how you missed out on that.
Well, we're going to have another conversation.
Yeah, you're gonna have
I'm
to
loving the
conversate.
zebra dress. We match.
It's
my
slightly
bow,
fuzzy.
my bow, my earrings, my shoes are all for you, girl.
This is actually my wife who just came up behind.
She's
in this
beautiful.
room.
No, it's the beautiful
Absolutely.
Annette.
Of course she is. She's my wife. Duh, she's beautiful. Hello.
You wouldn't date an ugly girl.
Depends on your definition of date.
And I guess it would depend on
Put
your
a bag on
definition
her
of
head,
ugly.
put her ass in the air, and it don't matter. Okay? Bag on her head, ass in her
Beauty
air.
is only a light switch away.
And then there's also the phrase that we've occasionally used. I dated him. You did? Well, I dated his brains out for a couple of days.
So you are one of the original founding members of the Goatee Mafia.
That is correct. And I'm still one of the dons of the Goatee Mafia.
I've seen pictures of you bitches looking like you're in your teens as Goatee Mafias.
Yeah, but, I look like I'm in my teens, period.
Now.
But that's not true. That's
How
not entirely
lucky for
true.
you.
Right.
It was not lucky when I was in my 20s and was really tired of getting carded everywhere I
I'm
went.
just wonder if it's in the DNA, and if that's the case, let's do it, and I'll stay young.
She wants a direct
Fucking drunk, okay? Hans?
injection DNA shot.
I'm not allowed to share DNA. You guys know that.
Oh man, if it would
Such
get
a-
rid of a few wrinkles, and we could talk,
I'm sure just a facial would be fine.
There you go.
Oh, that
Potentially.
might
That-
help. I could just rub it in, and it would just make me young.
It'd be like squalene oil, only.
Wasn't there a really horrible 70s like Lady Dracula movie or something like that where she would bathe in the blood of virgins in order to keep
Well,
herself
I remember
young
an
or something
episode
like that?
of Nip Tuck
Bathroom.
where Joan Rivers was
right.
making face cream out of cum because everybody
I
was
missed
like,
that piece.
"Oh, crazy about this face cream." Because
See,
it was
I-
made out of semen.
I remember her showing up and wanting all of her plastic surgery undone so that her grandson would see her as a real human.
Yes, I did.
And
I
then
did.
they showed her what she would look like, and she said, "Never mind."
Wow.
That is awful.
You know what we decided when Hank was here? Another
Uh-oh.
member of the Goatee Mafia.
Goatee Mafia.
We decided that you guys need to franchise this out to every state in the country.
You know what? I understand the concept, but I think we want to kind of keep the brand as under our control. And I'm sure you guys understand that. If you,
I just,
yeah,
I
we
just
do.
think though that your message, taking care of your fat chick and how to make her happy, and you know what, when you take a girl out to dinner, a fat chick out to dinner, you really need to think about, are these chairs going to be okay for her?
Right? Yeah, are they armless?
And I think
are
that
they
you know
supporting?
what, when you got these little young boys just starting to say, "Oh, I like fat girls and I want to date them," they don't get that. They don't understand.
I think one of the things is that when I actually was young, I was fortunate enough that I didn't go ahead and start away. But when I was actually young, go ahead.
No, I'm trying to earn a spanking, that's all.
We'll talk about that later, darling. All right. So, but when I was actually young, it was in the early days of the interwebs, and I was one of the
internets.
I know.
Interweb
Is
is
that-
the
is
internet.
that
It's the series of tubes.
Is
you
that
know?
before or after Al Gore?
I'm having a really hard time feeling my cheeks, just so you know.
I'll feel them later for you. We'll work on that. But I'm so full of shit. Everybody knows this. But anyway, no, it was the early '90s. I was actually on. Almost nobody remembers Usenet news groups, which
the
is
fuck?
No, I remember Usenet.
I was on the internet before IRC was popular.
Oh, now I remember IRC.
Well, right. IRC is how the
That was
the
Booty
BBW
Call City, wasn't it?
Well, depending on where you went.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it could exactly have been Booty Call City. Not that I would know anything about that at all. But anyway, no, but before, no, at least I got introduced to IRC, and back then, the only people who were on the internet or on IRC were college students and researchers at universities or military people,
and really young high school students,
depending on which city they were in.
I remember the IRC being a big swinger network.
There was,
there was
sure
some. I can't remember where.
Yeah,
there was
well,
that.
Just like the internet now, you get the nice, friendly, family-friendly neighborhoods, and then you get bow chicka wow wow.
I want
and
the
then
bow
you get,
chicka wow wow.
Then you get
that's
the
why
Red
you
Rooster.
remember it. Yeah, right, exactly. But yeah, no, it was.
Bree Brown, are you going to sit down with us tonight?
Well, and
she said no.
IRC is actually where the BBW network that
Right.
sponsors the BBW Network Bash
Started.
came from. It was because it was a network of IRC channels. But yeah, no, I've had an email address. Wow, I'm trying to do the math now.
I'm going to get up and hug my two favorite lovely people.
You should go do that. Absolutely.
I want to
it's
do
a shame that the camera's not pointed that
is.
direction. Oh, the
We got
reflection.
two
Gotcha.
more.
Exactly.
No, we've got two cameras behind you.
All right. Yeah. No, I've had an email address for 22 years.
Wow.
Wow.
Has it been the same email address?
No, but I have.
I'm calculating.
But I have had. You know what? I've had access to one of the email addresses I still use. Calculating, 17 or 18 years. So, yeah.
Yeah, I have had the same email address for 20 years.
Nice.
Yeah, I've had it since I was married to my ex-husband. What the fuck?
Yeah, but
He's
we're
the
talking
one
about email
He's the one
addresses
that
here.
set it up for me.
People in Ireland know me from 1992.
Well, you were just born in 1992, weren't
No,
you?
I was not. I was
Who
old
is
enough
this
to log
handsome
on.
gentleman? Are you single? All right,
He's
let's go.
extremely single.
Let's go.
Wait,
Get it
let me
on.
see both.
We're losing
I'm going to
Sweet
see.
Sheet.
I need to see
Ass
two
in the
forms.
air. Ass in the air. I'm
I
ready
need
to go.
to see two forms of ID. Let me see
Very
two
true.
forms of
Oh,
ID.
he's ready. Okay, come on. Sit right here. Right here.
Yay.
Sit down.
We got him on now.
I got a big thigh. I can handle it. Sit down.
Absolutely believe that. But, so yeah, no, I've been. I don't even remember where we
we
started
were.
on this. But
We were
22
talking
years.
about the Go-To
Ooh.
Mafia.
oh, right, the go-to. franchising.
Right.
Oh, that's what I was saying. Thank you
I'm
for the
holding
reminder.
his
'cause I had a
penis.
point. but
I'm
I get
semi-sober,
distracted.
so.
Well, and I'm semi-sober, but I'm ADD, so
Gotcha.
I go down the whole. Seriously, meds and everything. But no, the back in those days, the internet was so small.
Oh, no, he's Canadian.
I'm
There's
so
nothing
sorry.
wrong with Canadians.
audience.
We
Yes,
have
there
we
is.
have a
Another
show
crazy
reputation about Canadian. You're going to have to show me and let me see if we can change
You're
the
gonna have to
reputation.
prove
Can
the
we
theory.
finish with Hans first,
I'm
please?
so sorry. I'm just trying to see his
Sorry.
Canadian dick, okay?
We have a theory about Canadian penis because
We've
it's
heard
been
Canadian
proven.
penis is really small.
It's less a theorem and more a factoid.
Until disproven.
Well,
Go Team
I'm
Mafia.
trying to give him
Go.
the option.
But back when I was a very young, youngster, the internet was a small enough community that there wasn't this what's the word I'm looking for? Fragmentation. These days you've got all the different Facebook groups and you've got all the different social media and you got Twitter and you got this and you got that and you got Tumblr. But back when I was a frosh, as we used to say.
get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn, you kids! No, back when I was a fresh, if you found a community, it was the community. It wasn't that there were separate communities. So I was lucky enough to stumble across an email list called Fat Sex in the mid '90s, and there was the sort of, hey, these are the concerns that people have of people who are attracted to fat women. These are the concerns that fat women have about people who are having sex with them. And to a lesser extent, there were some, fat men, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, it was such a centralized global, and then as the internet got bigger, fragmentation happened. So I was very lucky to come into the community at the time that I did, I think.
Do you think that the fragmentation makes for a better community or not?
I think it can. And I think it can destroy community. It's all about the exact situation and the exact community.
And the people involved.
Well, and, exactly. And there's also just the whole, it's different than when I joined, therefore it's worse. I try not to fall into that trap.
Right.
I have this idea that maybe the fragmentation that you're talking about is sort of like American capitalism, where if you want it to work better, if you want to make it, then you've got to make it better. So it just drives competition, which makes for better things for the consumer.
Well, then there's one thing that has been a constant in my mumble years of being on the internet is the massive speed of change.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The internet and the community as it is now is not what it's going to be in 2 years.
Right.
Is
Yeah,
not what it's
you're
going
right.
to be in 5 years. Is not going to be what it is in 10 years. I have no idea what it's going to be in 2, 5, or 10 years. I just know it's going to be different, and I just try to make sure that I'm willing to adapt.
And therefore, that is why the Go-To Mafia is going to stay centralized around Hans and his men and his dons.
Well, you know what? Steve was on here, and he said that it was social media and the internet that made this event right here what it is, and it's true.
Agreed, absolutely.
Because it just flew it right off the handle. So you're right.
And if that
that
infrastructure-
sounded really like I wasn't drunk, didn't it?
It
It did.
Almost.
If you hadn't, tagged it there, you could have gotten away with it.
I
but
could have.
You outed yourself.
The only problem is that my cheeks are really numb right now.
And she really wants to see a Canadian penis.
Yeah, where's your friend with the Canadian
I
penis?
think he scarpered.
I think he's scared because he
Nope,
knew if
he's
he
right over there.
Because if he showed me the Canadian penis, it would make it right.
Well,
It was
the other
true.
He's behind the silent Bob to my J.
The other thing you have to remember is the difference between growers and showers.
No, you know what? Have you heard the Canadian story?
I have not.
Okay, so she and I and a few other friends of ours were at the Rooster, and I was down.
That's
this
the
was
Red Rooster,
the
for
Red
those
Rooster,
of you
for
who
those
don't
of
know.
you
Swingers Club here.
Bow-
locally.
chicka-
And
Wow.
I was just getting over. I'll try anything guy with
She's
the
drunk.
skunt.
She's touching me a lot.
I am. So I was just getting over I'll try anything guy with the skunt. And so I was like, we're going to the Rooster, and I'm getting laid, and that's it. So we go to the Rooster, and of course a guy comes up to our table like 15 minutes later. Hot dude. We'd all been scoping him, and he comes up and he goes, who wants to get a room? And everybody's like pointing at me, and I'm like, no.
Oh, bitch! Come on, fucking
I
get the-
was.
She did. She was
Calypso kicked me under the table, bitch. And then he comes back around like 15 minutes later. I'm like, okay, yes, I'm getting laid. Let's
But
go.
only
Let's do
if-
this. She comes with me, and that was Calypso. So we go into the room, and I am naked like that, and Calypso's on the bed, and she's like, oh yeah, this is gonna be great. And he gets naked, and we're like, okay, and he puts the condom on. I'm like, really? You can put it on soft? And no, he was hard. And so he gets on and he does his thing, and that's the best yuck you've ever had ever. And I'm like, yeah, that's great, baby. And I was like molesting Calypso's breast and like making out with her so I could get something out of the ordeal.
Oh dear.
And so then, he gets done and he leaves, and Calypso goes, was it really like, could you? And I'm like, no, not at all. Not even like, I am the best. Oh yeah, you'll ever have. So we left and we went back out to our table, and it had been like maybe 10 minutes. And Alexia goes, are you done? And we're like, yeah, that was it.
Well, he's done. That's the
Yeah,
more
and he
accurate
was,
statement.
You
so
should really teach that at the Go.
So whenever
Go Team
anyone
Mafia.
mentions Canada, we do the Canadian salute.
The one Canadian I was with at a bash, young kid, all he wanted to do, he wouldn't leave my fucking asshole alone. I'm like, you're in the wrong fucking hole. I didn't give you permission to be there.
I love internet radio.
Love it.
So
Well,
anyway,
go ahead.
so that's the Canadian story,
I
just
gotcha.
for future
Okay,
reference when we
okay.
reference
So,
Canadians.
There we go. Well, and with Sweet Cheeks' last little comment, I was just going to say it's not a Go Team Mafia thing. It's more me and my friends from about 10 years ago. But it used to be about every hour or so there would be some reason for somebody to say there's no such thing as too much lube.
That's absolutely right.
That's true. Especially when you turn 50, because I just turned 50, okay? So you lube it up, baby.
We've had Hans on from the Go Team Mafia, and he's been fabulous putting up with our drunkenness.
We love you, Hans.
I love you guys.
You are
I don't-
such a
I-
basher.
I
Do you
don't-
listen to us, Hans?
I don't.
He does.
Well, guess what? You
I
need
have
to now.
I know.
Yep.
We
Your shows
really-
are archived, I'm hoping.
They
right?
are.
Okay,
and
that's
we
how I'm
really-
going to be able to do it.
And we really want to be the place for all BBW stuff across
Well,
the
you are
country.
well on your way with your
We're trying.
award-winning broadcast.
Would you like to
Your
kiss
award-
our award? Because it would be an honor.
Is that what the kids are calling it these days?
Yes. Yay!
Oh. So, that's been in every one of our cleavages.
Duh. Why do you think I was willing?
He was there.
Thank you all. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks,
you.
Hans. You're
Thank you,
fun.
Hans.
You're listening to the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City from Ustream live at the Plaza Hotel and Casino, and we'll be back as soon as we do these messages and I get another drink.
Now I know exactly what she's going to do, and I know I'm going